tormentor, make peace with your makers, for now you must suffer the wrath, the shrill cry.
Oh, God, sorry. I hurt my throat doing that. Welcome to TD's Scary Corner. Woo! You get it? I'm an excited ghost. Well, happy Halloweeny, boys and girls. Anyway, let's get down to this spooky task. On this night of pure terror, let us open a book of horror, a book where the happiest of souls will emerge changed and saddened. My diary! First one, the tale of the stolen candy bar. I know, and it's a true story, so you know it's going to be even more tragic. Once upon a time in the magical kingdom of Essex, London, a brave young man who was loved by everyone, including cute doggy dogs, was really tired of being on a diet of vodka and wheat thins. So he went through a trying quest to the magical sacred petrol station and purchased a godly product called the Twix. The holy snack contained not one, but 2 chocolate-covered cookies with yummy caramel. The young man treasured it for days, keeping it safe and cold in the right side of the freezer in the green room nobody ever bothered to look in. Until the incident happened. The talented man ventured down the hall to the room. It was dark and rainy, which made him hungry for some reason. I mean, he didn't know why, but hey, we all got our quirks. So he opened the door to see something truly horrifying. A green, bare-ass troll with one red eye, holding a bottle of ale in one hand and the fridge door with the other. He turned to him with pure hatred, and he had chocolate all over his face, signifying that he ate it all. As the cookie bits dripped down his face, he looked towards the young man and said,
"Hey, off, I'll smash your bloody teeth in,"
causing him to faint, then cry himself back to sleep as he awoke. It was my favourite. I mean, it was the young man's favourite, turned into a dish for a sodding, nudist, drunken troll. Anyway, on to the next story before I go into a sad spot / anxiety attack. Our next story is about 2 good friends surviving a dangerous encounter in the woods. Set in the same universe of Essex, by the way. Look out, Marvel and DC. Sorry, I mean Marvel. We begin in the deep dark woods, where a 24-year-old man and his friend's daughter, he was babysitting, were walking around the woods, taking a shortcut from the local market carrying goodies. They were just chit-chatting about their favourite Dexter's Lab episode, when suddenly a branch snaps, and out from the woods, out of nowhere, a witch that reeked of liquor, vomit, and above all else, cat food. It was covered in nothing but Steve Irwin shorts and a torn leather jacket. I know, it's really getting scary because that doesn't match, bruh. The witch for no reason gets all up in the man's face, saying that it's hungry, and it walked back to the bar after his stolen broom was taken by a lorry. He hid his friend's daughter behind his back with the bag as he stuttered to say no to the beast. But then again, it's hard to speak when the stench, which was very pungent, was just drowning out his ability to say anything without throwing up. Plus, he had a massive zit forming on the left side of his cheek. He looked at the witch and said, "No, go get it yourself. We just got this for us." And well, the witch didn't like that. It grabbed him by the neck and then lifted him up like something out of Halloween 2, and then pimp slapped him across the woods, sending him to hit his face against a tree, bringing on his next migraine 2 hours early. The witch stared down at the small child and held out his hand to grab the bag. But unfortunately for that green puke-smelling bastard, the girl was a fucking karate wizard! Like a gust of flipping wind, the witch is sent flying in the air after being swept under by the young karate genius with a heart of gold. She sat the sack down as she super jumps like Goku on a sugar rush, then finishes that turd by stomping him so hard on the chest, he falls to the ground, leaving a massive crater. She then lands gently on the ground, grabs the sack, and goes to her friend and gives him a nice Hello Kitty band-aid on his nose. They then went home happily. You see, not all scary stories have bad endings. Some of them have very nice endings. Right, now we come to...
Oi, mate, time for...
Oh, shit.
What are you doing with my radio shit?
Shh, go away. I'm doing the audio.
Oh, yeah, but... Oh, God, are you reading your diary to people? You didn't talk about the bloody candy bar, did you? I said I was sorry.
You bought me a half-eaten Milky Way, you sod.
But it was for you. I donated my favourite candy to you, Stu. Don't forget that, mate. I like being generous.
Yeah, but it was mine. Like my toilet, like my freedom, and especially like my bloody girlfriend, you bloody... Oh, God!
How dare you? I'm a metalhead at best, not a goth, you sodding faceache. You know, come here, you.
No! Oh, get off me!
Look, right, hold still. Look, hold it there. Yes, hold still. Just breathe it in. Breathe. Hold still. Yes, that's it, 2D. Breathe. It's almost over. Breathe. And he's gone. Well, you know, I might as well finish this off on a spooky note, I guess. Let's tell a tale of true horror. A tale of a noble knight versus a beast who had a wicked card up her sleeves. Behold, the tale of the demonic paternity trial.